Hi everyone, my name is Jahmella Robinson. I'm a multi-award-winning entrepreneur and author of And the Walls Came Tumbling Down, which was published in September 2018. Thank you for joining us for this entertaining book discussion. I hope it encourages you. For more information on my book, please visit www.jahmellaencourages.com. Thank you guys for agreeing to be part of this discussion of And the Walls Came Tumbling Down. Thank you for reading it in just 2 weeks as well. So we'll start by looking at chapters 1 to 4, and I'd love to gauge your thoughts. So yeah, chapters 1 to 4 looks at the foundations of my life, looks at my professional journey, covers health battles, as well as the mission trip I went on. So it'll be good to just get your thoughts.
So for me, I really enjoy books that have reference to the Bible because it just encourages me to go back and read scripture in line with the book. And I like the fact that it started out with your family background and how you were raised and things like that. And one thing that really stood out to me and made me laugh was the fact that you said you didn't have any brand trainers. There was a time where I begged my dad and he said no, and I had to go into school for PE like that, and people definitely noticed it.
Yeah.
And I also really just like the fact that you were raised in the foundation of Christ, and that was really instilled into you, and it was really encouraging to read.
I think for me as well, what I really enjoyed, I'm a big movie fan, and I really enjoyed your movie quote. And I related to the chapter. I thought that was really a really nice touch. So I really liked that as well. But I also like the way you just structured each chapter with little subheadings as well. For chapter 1, my favorite bit was probably the bit about the sort of the honeysuckle tree.
Oh right.
I was sort of like, what the? So I sort of read it. I thought that's interesting. I might try that myself actually. Because I like trying different foods. So that was just a nice little touch as well. But yeah, I really enjoyed the structure of the chapter and how you were very honest, about yourself and how you sort of grew up in your Bajan household, and again, also how you related it back sort of to the Bible and the biblical quote. So that was really.
Yeah, I definitely recommend everyone trying the honeysuckle tree. If you haven't lived until you've tried it.
For me, the book was very conversational. I didn't feel like it was kind of too hard to grasp, and it kind of felt like I was having a conversation. What I really liked was the fact that you spoke about your upbringing, but never once did you speak about it in a negative way. Like it never, as far as you were concerned, it didn't hold you back. It only kind of propelled you to want to do better. So for me, that was really encouraging.
I agree with that. I think in terms of the way you've been brought up, it's quite similar to me as well.
Okay.
We were kind of in a small house as well, and sleeping with 2 of my sisters and my brother sleeping with my mum and my dad, so I can definitely relate to that. But I think the key is the transparency that you gave, and to talk about your journey of being in such a small house to becoming your own house owner. I mean, I'm sure some of us today would like to become a homeowner one day by God's grace. But definitely it's very inspiring, very uplifting, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I mean, for me, the foundations literally was the foundation of the book. It really sets the tone. But to me, it kind of brought light to your father. So I was looking at fathers. I had to take time to reflect on my upbringing. And one thing I read this morning, actually, was something powerful. It says, you must realize that Satan wants to destroy your marriage, not just for the sake of ruining it, but because by dismantling it, he'll demolish your legacy. And I was like, wow, fatherhood today, like, what is it becoming?
Yeah.
A lot of men are leaving their family. And I asked you, are your parents still together?
Yeah.
Because I've been brought in a household where it was normal for single mothers. That was what I saw. That was my, how I viewed relationships, viewed life, like the woman can do it all by herself. So it was really good reflection on how the two of you, your mum and your dad, built that kingdom for you guys, your legacy.
Yeah.
And I see that through your book.
Yeah, I really like the point that you kind of touched on about, how you spoke about your father, because especially in today's society, kind of men are not really valued, or they're not really like around. So the fact that, you said like, your dad kind of set the standard, and, he was always listening to audio, the Bible audio. So he was very much as like the first kind of figure that you kind of related to, and was Christ like centered about. So I really liked that, and I really liked how you kind of showed your dad in a really positive light as a man, as a black man. Like that was really encouraging for me, and kind of like you said, it's not something that I'm familiar with. So to see that actually still exists. And that was really encouraging.
Yeah, I think we definitely live in a society where there are a lot of insecurities within females about the way they look. And I think it was just a blessing to have someone in my life who would tell me that I was beautiful irrespective of what was on the outside.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, we can all relate to having one too many chocolate bars at secondary school and, filling out in the wrong places. But I guess, coming home and to be told that it's okay, it just made life a little bit more easy. Yeah.
And I think obviously I'm not a woman, but I am a father myself, and I have a daughter. She's very young still. She's only 2 years old. But even reading your book now and having these points is a point for me as a father to also realize, how women grow up, because obviously I don't understand it fully because I'm not, I'm a man. So it's just knowing, about the self-confidence issues that women sometimes have, and to be aware of that and make sure that, my daughter is confident, because I give her the confidence and I tell her that she's beautiful on the inside as well as the outside as well. So that, again, that sort of taught me as a man to always be aware of, sort of what women go through.
It's really moved me because I never thought that the book would have that impact, that it could impact young men who are fathers. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. For me, the book was just powerful. I got a lot from the book and so much nuggets, as you can see.
Dissertation now.
Yeah. I just want to share a couple of points I got for chapter 1. So first of all, I loved how you didn't talk about it from a negative perspective, but more that you were thankful. And the Bible says in everything we should give thanks. And also, don't despise small beginnings. It's just for a little while, and I got dependent on how humble and thankful we are in our small beginnings will then enable God to realise the depth of our gratitude that we have, and He'll therefore bless us and reward us for that. So the more how thankful we are in our small beginnings, starting small, even as small as a mustard seed, the Bible says, it dependent on the depth of the blessing that we'll receive at the end. We can easily say, you know what, this is just a small house, I'm not going to live in it, I want a bigger house. God, why couldn't you give me a bigger car? But He wants to see the depth of our gratitude, and He'll bless us for that. And also, I struggle with low confidence as well. But the Bible says I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and what matters is how God perceives me to be. And no matter what anybody says, I can use the word to counteract that. So lovely.
The thing that stood out to me was you were very honest about your journey and how you felt every step of the way, and that's really encouraging, not only to me but to many that will read the book. And we all have similar journeys in the sense that it doesn't just land on our feet, we have to work for it. So it can be hard, but keep pushing at it, and look where you are today. It's really encouraging.
Yeah, I think for me, it was quite actually very pertinent for me right now, because I've been working sort of PR marketing for almost 8 years now, and I recently spoke to my employers, and we had a bit of a stand-up because they weren't really happy with me having a sort of, me writing on the side. They thought it conflicted with the client. So I made a choice literally 2 days ago to be like, I'm going to hand in my notice. I just got full self-employed. And I was sort of galvanized what you did, because you kind of did a similar thing after about 2 years of working. Yeah. And I've worked in PR for so long now, and I just want to sort of, do my own thing now. So again, reading your sort of experiences really sort of gave me the encouragement, to sort of take that bold step. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So chapter 3 was titled In Sickness and Health. Did that move anyone? Could anyone relate to having any health battles?
I can't necessarily relate to the health battles, but I can relate to the high levels of discomfort that you described. It was funny. And just reminds me of when I went to Nigeria, and it was very uncomfortable, very different lifestyle. Everything took longer than usual because I was born and raised here. So yeah, I was really uncomfortable. But it was really encouraging. I mean, the heart behind why you went and the way you served. And I don't know if I'll be able to sleep in that bed. I just don't know how you did it, because I'm just really ooh, kind of thing, girly and squirmy about things. So yeah, it was really impressive that you did that at a young age, and yeah, it was nice.
Touching on what Leke was saying, sickness and health, it just reminded me of the manifestations of your mind, because it was once you made up in your mind that you've had enough and you seeked your healing, and that's when you became healed. So it's whatever you meditate on, it will manifest in your body, as well as your emotional states, and to just literally eat the word.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think one part that was quite emotional was when you said you saw your mum crying about your relative that passed away because of cancer. And I think when it comes to death, it's something that can't be explained. And I can definitely relate to that, definitely. But I love the fact that you were very strong. You were able to overcome, and you had people to support you. But in relation to what you said, it's all about the mind. When someone does leave the earth, how is your mindset positioned? Are you going to blame God? Are you going to say, God, why did you take this person away? But you didn't. You still persevered, and look where you are today. It's an encouragement for people who have actually been through loss, and I'm hoping that people that do read the book, by God's grace, will be encouraged by your story.
So I can't relate specifically to the health battles, but what I liked what you did at one point was, I think you said you reached out to a couple of people that you may have annoyed in the past to sort of give yourself just a bit of peace of mind. And that I did that actually a couple of years ago actually. There's a couple of friends that sort of fell out with over really silly things, as sometimes guys do. And I felt at one point, I'm really angry. I'm like, why? So I just sort of spoke to my old friends and said, listen, you guys, we had a bit of a fallout, but let's sort of move on from it. And we sort of all did. And then, it just sort of made me more, it just took off a lot of weight from my shoulders, and I just felt a bit more happier, a bit more positive. So I think it's very important, even not when you're ill, but whenever you feel a bit annoyed or angry, just to sometimes reach out to people that you may have been annoyed at, and you realise, maybe that was the cause of my stress, and what we argued about anyway was so superficial, not even really important. So so I enjoyed that bit.
We kind of had a discussion on the phone, I think it was last week, because I've been kind of like ill for like last few months, and it was getting me down to the point that it's like I don't have the energy to do things, and again, kind of like reading your book and seeing that sometimes you won't have the energy to do things, but you just got to take that one step at a time. Like, do something a bit more than you did the day before. Don't kind of wait until you're feeling better, because that might not be tomorrow. That could be a month from now. It could be a year from now, God forbid. But it might not be when you want it to be. And sometimes you just got to take that leap of faith. So that was really encouraging for me. And I think, kind of, I said to you on the phone, I think I sent you a voice note, that I'm not gonna keep waiting until I kind of feel better to act. I'm just gonna take that leap of faith. So I really like that, because I could see that you spoke about when you went to South Africa, and the situation had an effect on like your well-being, and it was kind of realizing, okay, this is detrimental to my health, so I'm gonna move myself away from the situation. You've done what you can. You served. You helped other people, but you love yourself enough to know that, okay, I've also got to look after myself and do what's good for or right for my well-being. So I really like that you kind of knew when to stop. And I think sometimes as Christians we kind of feel like we're superhuman, like we forget that we are human beings, and that we should take rest. Even God rested, and so it's okay to kind of know when to stop and to evaluate kind of the situation. So that was really encouraging for me.
And the walls came tumbling down.
My name is Glenys, author of Psuché, a Greek word meaning the breath of life. She invites you to hold her heart in your hands as she talks about her brokenness, her faith, her insecurities and her fear. Available on Amazon.
Hi, my name is Danielle, Vassell. I'm a first-time author to my journey of hope, due to be launched May 2019. It talks about my story of weighing 1 pound when I was born, being less than a bag of sugar, defying all odds at birth of human brain damage, and having fought for 5 months and surviving without the odds spoken about me. I want to share my story with others, know that they too can rise above all odds spoken about them in their life and average rates, and that God can help them achieve and amount to much in their lives. And for more information, please go to my website www.daniellevasell.wixsite.com/home.
Hi, my name is Leke, Apena. I'm a first-time author. My first book is called A Prophet Who Loved Her, and it's a romantic novel set in the 1980s and 2008, and it's about a Nigerian pastor struggling in his ministry and begins an affair with his childhood sweethearts. You can find out more information about this book and my other writing services on www.lekeapenawriting.com.
Be sure to join us for part 2.